I believe that sickness and early mortality are caused by working in jobs we hate. If you're seeing this video, you are likely meant to see it. So if you despise your work, stop scrolling and hear me out. This information might bring on a much needed transformation. I was inspired to talk about this after I stumbled across a video of Dolores Cannon here on TikTok. If you don't know who Dolores Cannon is, she was a hypnotherapist who specialized in past life regression. And she passed away in 2014, but her work is timeless. So I heard her say that we should never be sick. If something is wrong with us, we have caused it. She straight up said that we make ourselves sick. And I thought and thought about that, and I have concluded that I agree with her. Now, this topic has been on my mind because I'm studying to be a total well-being life coach at the Chopra Center, and my work with Deepak Chopra has taught me so much about our power to heal ourselves. So when I heard Dolores speak on this, I stopped and listened. So Dolores claimed that if we live our life purpose to the fullest extent throughout our lifetime, we won't be sick. According to her, if a person does what they want to do and what they're meant to do, they experience a lifetime of happiness. Okay. Disease and sickness spawn from accumulated chronic stress. If chronic stress isn't interrupted, it turns into inflammation, and inflammation in the body is the root cause of nearly every illness known to man. Those are the facts. So this isn't rocket science. If we're free from chronic stress, we won't be sick. And what's usually our number one source of chronic stress? Our job. When I worked in jobs that I hated, and I'm using the word hate here, I was sick. I had debilitating head colds all the time. They hung on to me for dear life. They would last for weeks. This went on for years. My blood pressure, way too high. I was overweight, and being overweight is not good for me. I didn't get the deep sleep that I needed. I had high cholesterol. If something was going around like the stomach virus, I got it every time. My digestive system was always messed up. I just felt awful a lot. Looking back, I woke up every day in fight or flight because of a damn alarm clock. I mean, I would be in a desperately needed deep sleep and bam, I'd wake up to noise. I hate noise. So the moment I woke up, heart was pounding because I was already startled, not to mention the morning commute. By the time I got to my office, I was worn the hell out, frustrated, nervous all day, just frustrated, nervous. I wasn't living my life purpose. I ignored what my intuition told me to do, and that was to stop conforming. Now, when I say that conforming, I'm talking about punching a time clock. I wasn't meant to do that. And anytime I sold myself out and went against what my soul said to do, I paid the piper in more ways than one. And I never made any real money doing that anyway. I made just enough money to get by. I sacrificed my most precious asset, my time, to make someone else wealthy. I sacrificed sleep and my physical and mental health to bring someone else's dreams to fruition. That makes no sense. And I did that because I had been brainwashed to believe that I could only make money one way. That's one of the biggest lies I've ever been told. You can make money doing almost anything. So what I'm getting to here is I believe that no one would ever be sick if they stayed true to what their soul told them to do. If we all lived our life purpose, we would be somewhat free from chronic stress, which would stop the source of sickness. Right? If you doubt me, that's okay. But I humbly ask you to consider this. Why are some people sick their entire lives while others float through without even getting a hangnail? I know both types of people. There's a reason for that, because all of us have the same innate healing powers. A toxic work environment can overpower your natural ability to heal because you can't get away from it. You're there like 70% of your time. When you aren't there, you're thinking about it, you're talking about it, and your conversations aren't happy ones. If you have the work schedule that I used to have, I worked Monday through Friday. I remember Sundays so vividly because they were spent dreading Mondays. So that left me with one day per week feeling relaxed and peaceful. That's dangerous to a person's health and well-being because our emotions determine our physical reality. The emotions that are associated with being in a toxic work environment are frustration, anger, worry, nervousness, fear, irritation, and possibly even guilt and regret, not to mention the overwhelming fatigue There's no happiness, and happiness is directly correlated with excellent health. But those other feelings, those feelings you feel every day when you're in that toxic work environment, those are the feelings that cause sickness, disease, and early mortality. I'm telling you this because I want to inspire and motivate you if you feel stuck with conforming. There is more than one way to make money. You do not have to endure a toxic work environment or do work that you literally despise. Now, I understand everyone has to pay the bills. So if you got to stay in that job that you don't like, I get that. But what I want you to do is this. Accept right now in this moment that job is temporary. Start seeing your way out. Envision your ideal situation. Do some self-exploration and identify your unique talents and gifts. What are you naturally good at? Whatever you're naturally good at, I guarantee you can monetize it. Now, you can only think one thought at a time. So instead of focusing on your current job, choose to focus on your dream job. Talk about your dream job. Stop talking about the source of disease, sickness, and early mortality because you're already giving too much of your energy to that job you don't like anyway. These are steps you can take today without spending one penny.